All right, guys, it's Kate. In today's module, I want to introduce to you a strategy, a communication strategy that is using needs and is using language that's going to help people meet their needs, but it's also going to help empower you to really protect some boundaries around your own needs, okay? And we're going to get, again, in more detail, and you're going to see how this all kind of ties together, but I at least want to give you the strategy so you can start using it. It's very, very effective for the workplace. But it's effective at home too in other communications. So we want to start navigating like stressful or demanding situations much more effortlessly, right? And so sometimes we just need like, how do we do that? What do we say? And so I always like to have sort of some back pocket strategies of like, all right, how am I going to navigate something when it pops up and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? And I like to have a few things, a few strategies to pull out of my back pocket. And this is one of them. So saying no by saying yes. All right, so this is one of my favorite strategies because it really effectively puts you in control of your time and your freedom, right? So like, let's just say, I don't know, like the goal of saying no by saying yes is to help whoever you're speaking to, first of all, to meet their needs instead of you simply saying no. Because I think we're never taught this, right? And so we end up either saying, okay, I'll do it. And then we have to figure out how to get this thing done that someone's just asked us to do anyways. And now we're resentful, we're mad, you know, we have all these emotions that we're stuffing. Or we say no, and then the other person just gets mad and we get known for being someone who's not helpful or is not willing to go the extra mile and blah, 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 right? So how do we like navigate these two ends of the spectrum of we don't want to be someone who always says no, but we also don't want to be someone who always says yes. Okay. So saying no, when you think about that, just think about it creates discord, it creates defensiveness, it creates distrust. I mean, a lot of women will do this when they try to navigate like work-life balance for the office. You know, I'm going to talk to my boss and make sure that I always have flexible Fridays, whatever. And then anytime someone says, hey, can you come in this Friday? No, I work from home. No, nope, 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 nope. I have permission. Boss, give me permission. And we use these like false sense of permission or like these external sort of boundaries to sort of protect ourselves because we don't really know how to navigate with our language to have really effective conversations because maybe you do need to come in the office on Friday. But are you asking for something in return? And we just don't know how to do that. Or we end up saying, yes, I'll come in on Friday. And then before you know it, gone is flexible Friday. You're always coming in on Fridays and now you're ticked off and resentful, right? Okay. So we don't want to say no, but at the same time, you know, if we say yes without protecting ourselves, then we're going to be resentful. So we want to say yes in a way that creates, because when we say yes to someone, what they're hearing is harmony, they're hearing partnership, it honors both parties, but ultimately, whoever you're talking to, what do they care about? Their own needs. They're just using strategies to meet their needs. They care about themselves. They don't, it's not that people don't care about you, but we just don't walk through life going, wow, see that guy sitting in a chair? How can I help him have a better day? I mean, we just don't. Like, I know we're supposed to like be protecting our teams and growing our teams and managing our bosses and helping our, you know, but we don't, guys. We're all creatures of need. And until your needs are satiated, it's really hard for you to meet someone else's. So saying yes immediately helps someone just find you to be, you know, much more priceless, much easier to interact with, much better teammate, much better lover, much better parent, whatever. Okay. Now buckle up because here comes some awesome empowerment. And again, this is a back pocket strategy. I want you guys to start practicing this a lot. Now, let's just say, like this is, you know, very famous. Your boss asks you to take on a last minute assignment or spearhead a new committee, right? The CEO walks in your office and it says, hey, Kate, oh my God, I've got this amazing opportunity. We've got this new committee. I think you're fantastic. I think you can spearhead it. You and I get to work closely together. And of course, your little bells and whistles are going off. You know, I'm like, ooh, wow, you know, I get to work with the CEO and he's tapped me for the special committee or he's tapped me for the special assignment or whatever. It's just your boss. Your boss is like, hey, I want you to take on this last minute assignment. Excuse me. I want you to take on some work that I've been doing. But I think you know, are really primed for promotion, you know, ego, ego, ego. She's like tapping into your ego and stroking your ego. So if you take on this, I think this would really help set you up for that promotion you're going after or whatever. All that kind of stuff. And so normally what happens is when these things come at us, we're thinking, how's this going to help me make more money? How's this going to help me promotion? Oh my God, what if I say no? They'll never come to me again. And we have all this junk that gets in the way, the stories, the scripts, the blah, blah. Okay, we don't have to say no, but we also know if we say yes to the last minute assignment, you just promised your kids you're going to take them to soccer practice, and now all of a sudden you're being asked to like pull all-nighters or whatever. You've just promised your husband that you're going to be home more often, and he can now spin up his career because, you're going to put some stronger boundaries around your time at the office. And now your CEO pops in and asks you to spearhead a new committee. Hello, what's a girl to do, right? Okay. So first of all, you quickly assess that if you take on this additional work, like sit back and think about it. Is it really going to be additional work? If it is, then your own need for autonomy, connection with your family, and leisure is going to be negatively affected, right? So now you're going to have less time to put towards other things, less energy. Maybe it's not a time issue, but it's really stressful, right? Like maybe you have time, but whatever they're asking you to do, it's so high profile, or it has so much risk involved that's going to be stressing you out. So you just need to pay attention to like, what is the work that someone's asking you to do, and where is it going to affect you? What need is going to be compromised? Or is a need going to be sacrificed? Because we know if we're sacrificing a need, that is no bueno. We do not do that. That is going to pull you off balance. But you can compromise your needs, right? So we want to keep that in mind. Okay, so what's a girl to do? So you say no by saying yes. So here's what that looks like. Strategy 1 is extend the deadline. Like this is a pretty easy one. Like, hi Sheila, I'd love to take on that new assignment. I can get that done for you 3 weeks from Tuesday. Right? Hey, can you take on this thing? Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, my plate's so full and you're amazing. And, I'm asking you to do something that's really high level, blah, blah. Oh my God, totally happy to do that, Sheila. I can get it done in 3 weeks. What? I need it done by Friday. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't think I could do that, but I could definitely get it done for you. Maybe not 3 weeks from Tuesday, but a week from Friday, but definitely not by Friday. Right? And you're just like standing your ground and kind of saying like, here's the time frame I could do that. Okay? So always extend the timeline. But you're still saying, yes, absolutely, I can do it. Okay, so this one works really effectively, especially if it's just sort of a random ask. It doesn't have a lot of structure around it, then it's pretty easy to use this. Okay, this is always great to use with like the neighbors or your mother-in-law or like someone else who kind of drops in and is like, oh, could you bring, I don't know, could you bake cookies for the kids' classroom? Oh yeah, I could do that 3 weeks from Monday, right? Like, not this week, 3 weeks from Monday. Oh, I needed someone to bring something for this Monday. Oh, yeah, I can't do that, Sheila, but I could definitely do it 3 weeks from Monday. See, you're not saying no, you're saying yes. That type of thing, right? Okay, strategy 2, trade off the workload. Oh, yeah, hi, John. I totally would love to sit on that committee with you. However, in order to make sure we get Project Tomato cleared on time, I'll have to pass Project Tomato over to Jake. Now, let's say they gave you Project Tomato because you're brilliant at whatever Project Tomato is about, and you're like the better candidate, the better employee, the better staffer to handle it. That's going to make your CEO or whoever's asked you to do this thinks twice, right? Oh, wait a minute. Really? Oh, I don't know. I really was thinking you could put on this committee. Oh gosh, I would love to, John. Really, I would love to. But Project Tomato is just, that's one of our prime objectives right now. And if I take on this committee in addition to Project Tomato, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do both successfully, that kind of thing, right? So you're just kind of saying like, I could do this, but I'm going to have to get this off my plate. So using that trade-off is also very effective at letting people know that, yes, you'll definitely help them get their needs met over here, but you're also giving them the option, right? But I'm not going to be able to do this, okay? So that's another one. 3, make it a win-win. Like, hi, Ellen, I could take on that project. However, let's make sure we're setting everyone up for a win-win here. Our team is working to finalize the apple pie initiative. If we take this on, there will be less focus on apple pie, and I don't want to see any drop balls, do you? So in order for this to make a win-win, and then I would say whatever. In order for us to make it a win-win, I don't think we should take this on right now. I think this is a lower priority. I could do it after we finish apple pie. Or, I think you better go talk to John's team, because John's team isn't doing the apple pie initiative and my team is. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're kind of like, you're not saying, yeah, I'll do it. You're not saying no. You're saying like, let's talk about it. I'm not sure this is a win-win. Let's not set people up for failure. And I know that sounds trite and hackneyed because we use that whole set people up to win, don't set people up to fail all the time. But the reason we use it all the time is because it's effective. And as long as you're not just using this to skate out of your responsibilities and not do your work or whatever, it's effective. I mean, it is never, ever effective to burn anyone out or to take on work that isn't a priority. So a couple of things to keep in mind. Just like I said, you're not helping anyone succeed if you burn yourself out, right? You taking on more and more and more work all the time just because people like to dump stuff on you is not effective strategy. It's not effective for them. You're going to burn yourself out and quit, and they're going to lose someone who's highly valuable. You're going to burn your team out. You're going to start losing people, which means you're going to have less time to do all the workload that people want you to do because you're going to have to be hiring and dealing with that all the time, dealing with turnover. Or you're going to create this habit of always saving an ineffective boss. And if there's one thing I can help you guys learn over the upcoming weeks is when you are working with people who ineffectively meet their needs, allowing them to continue to ineffectively meet their needs is not helping them. And you have to realize that. It doesn't matter if they're your boss or some authority figure, owner of the company. I don't care. It's ineffective. So you have to help them more effectively meet their needs. By using the no yes strategy, you are helping everyone get their needs met more effectively, right? Because a lot of times bosses just don't think. They just bring in work to dump it on you because they're trying to get it off their plate. They went and told yes to someone without saying no. And now they're just like, it's all sliding downhill. Well, the buck's got to stop somewhere, and you've got to make your boss start like owning up to their behavior. Oh gosh, John, I wish I'd known before you told me that. I would have gladly said yes, but we just took on the apple pie initiative. We're not going to be able to take that on now. Ooh, gosh, John, next time before you tell the CEO, yes, I wish you'd come talk to us. Like, I'd totally be able to have your back and come up with a winning strategy. Why don't we put together a better strategy, and you can go back to the CEO and tell him what we can really do. See what I'm saying? Like, you're not saying no, but you're saying to your boss, like, hey, let's think about this before we always say yes. And you've got to help them reframe and rewire how their strategies. But saying yes to them is never the answer without saying no yes. Okay? If the strategy now, guys, seems uncomfortable to you, take a look at your scripts. If you feel emotion around using the strategy, you have a script holding you back. If you simply feel curious or doubtful, then it's magic time. Just go experiment and let the strategy rip. But again, anytime we feel emotion around a strategy, that means that you have a script. Oh my gosh, I'll lose my job. Oh my gosh, the CEO will never ask me to be on a committee again. Oh my gosh, my boss is going to hate me. Oh my gosh, nobody's going to like me. Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my job. Blah, blah, blah. That's all scripts, right? Now, you can also use this strategy with your spouse, kids, neighbors, etc. Like I was talking earlier, hey, honey, I'd be happy to take care of our vacation plans this year. However, I won't be able to get the kids in bed Tuesday or Wednesday, though, as I'll need that time to do research and contact the airlines. Right? I mean, this is a very effective strategy to use with your spouse. Yeah, just go, okay, fine, I'll do vacation plans too. And as women, we do this a lot. We just keep taking on more and more and more, and then we get mad at our partner. And I mean, as long as you're saying yes, they're just going to keep dumping stuff on you, right? Whether it's the office, your husband, your kids, whatever. So just say yeah, I can do that, but then I can't do this. Same thing with your kids. Your son, who is highly disorganized, is always asking you to go get him craft supplies for a science fair project at the last minute, whatever. Hey son, I'm happy to take you to get poster board at the last minute for your school project. However, I won't be able to make cookies for your class party tomorrow. Or I won't be able to iron your shorts. Or I won't be able to read you a bedtime story. Or I won't be able to whatever, right? He doesn't just get to do this to you all the time. Yeah. Or if I take you to get poster board tonight, then that means I won't be able to whatever, run by the grocery store. So we're not going to have dinner tomorrow night. And, you're going to have to eat cereal, whatever. And then, hi, Joan, I'm happy to volunteer for the PTA Council next year. But this year, I'm totally committed. Yep. And so I use this all the time. People request, Kate, can I meet with you for coffee? I want to pick your brain. Hey, Kate, I want to network with you. Hey, Kate, I get all these requests from people all the time. They want to meet me or they want to talk to me, right? And I'm like, well, okay, I could spend all day meeting people for coffee, helping them get their needs met because they want to pick my brain about my business, my company, my career, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do that. I need to have a balanced life. These people are not my priority. And it's not because I want to be mean to them. So what I always say is, oh, great. I would love to meet for coffee. I have a few other people who have been asking me for coffee too. I will be at XYZ Coffee House Thursday at 8 a.m. Feel free to drop by. I'd love to meet you. Okay, and why do I do that? I'm telling everyone yes, but it's on my terms and when I'm going to be there. So I happen to know that every Thursday at 8 a.m. I'm going to go have coffee at this coffee house, or twice a month, or once a month, whatever. I tell people that's where I'll be. If they show up, great. I get to network and I get to meet new people. If they don't show up, no sweat. I'm planning to have coffee anyways, and I can sit there and catch up on email, or I can sit there and catch up on a book I want to read, or I can just sit there and look out the window and have a cup of coffee, right? And so again, the goal is not to constantly be jumping through hoops and always saying yes. It's yes but no, no but yes, right? And we're saying it in ways that really help people meet their needs. And you'd be surprised. Like I do this coffee thing all the time and people are like, oh, okay, great. And they're so excited because they get to meet other new people and nobody thinks anything of it other than, wow, I'm so happy that I got to have coffee with Kate and meet her. Great. And then I'm like, guys, if you want to do coffee again, I'll be here next month. See you next, and then next month I'm at the coffee shop. If they show up, great. If they don't, fine. Okay, so start using the strategy. I want you guys to start playing with it and then let's see how it works. And then what we're going to also start adding in is like needs, people's needs and what they're trying to do with this yes-no strategy. And that's going to get even more effective. But go play with this and see how it works for you and let me know.